Boom.
Ooh, see, I was
Uh,
dancing to that soundtrack, and so were you, until I started seeing some of the specs that come through, and I was like,
oh
oh.
man, this is another beautiful device, Steve. I already think the Legion is what to me it was the first gaming device I saw that someone could have taken into an office and people wouldn't have
Yes,
flinched.
yes, and that's
Um,
what they stand by, right? That is now what they're doing. And like
absolutely, and
Sam's right. Sam's got a good point, and he's
hmm.
loving seeing gaming laptops coming out now with the 144 hertz screens. It's all about the frame rate, right? And like that, it's
It's
good to start seeing natively that happening.
yeah. Then I love all the comments coming through. This Legion device is just cool, and
Mm.
I don't have a gaming laptop, but this is one of the ones that would be up there. We might have to do a few more spotlights because we saw some other great ones, Steve, that would definitely compete for this. But it is a nice looking beast
Yeah.
of a machine. Everyone saw those specs that were coming through, so I kind of want to talk
Mm.
about how this is also using new things to try stay ahead of the game. And
Mhm.
I'm going to start with cooling again.
Yes.
Um,
Yep. Well, it's important in a gaming
yeah,
device. It's important.
especially one that titles itself as, you know, a slim gaming device, a good
Mm.
looking gaming device. So this device, first off, Lenovo have done a really cool job at using software to go along with their cooling. So you're actually able to, you know, put it into a quiet mode. So if you aren't doing gaming on it, it doesn't zoom up its fans and have everyone staring at you from like across the Starbucks you're sitting in.
Or if you're
You've
trying to
got
do a
like a
quiet game in the office, you don't want to
yeah,
draw
a
attention
sneaky
to the fact
game.
that you might be gaming.
Uh, and so it's got a medium one and then like a full got a blowout fans all on session, but it's also doing this not with all the traditional ways of cooling. It's actually using vapor chambers. And Steve, vapor chambers. Do you know? I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot because
Look,
I think I know the answer. Do you know much about vapor chambers?
yeah, look, I'm
Yeah.
minimal amount, but like I know that obviously I'm doing a lot of work with the Xbox team at the moment, and I know that they're running vapor chambers throughout the Xbox Series X and S to be able to help draw the heat away. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that technology is exactly the same, if not
It,
in those devices.
it more or less will be just with a slight different spice as people do it slightly their different ways. But the reason
Mm,
vapor chambers are cool compared to, you know, just fans or they had heat pipes, is like if you had heat pipes, it's just a circle, right? And you're trying to
yeah,
sit that on like on top of a specific part of a CPU to take the heat out of it. And then what the heat pipe does is it turns the liquid the heat into a gas. It goes really rapidly far away, condenses to a liquid, and then you've cooled it down. Um, but what a vapor chamber does is
guys, you guys
it's
are bringing
I
jokes
love it,
today.
David. I love it. And so, instead of trying to fit like these circles or these pipes on top of different areas, it's just a big flat surface with chambers inside it, and
Mhm.
those chambers essentially then do the same thing of taking that heat, it turns into a gas and it condenses to a liquid at the top where it's a bit cooler, and then that kind of recycles back down. So it's just a way more efficient way of cooling, and I wanted to share a little bit of the nerdy insights into how it does it. So you've got that, you've got those custom LED lights that will mirror what you're watching.
Yeah, which I love.
You've
I
got
love
all
that. I pay a
yeah.
lot of money to have my TV do something
Oh,
similar.
do you use a good old Philips Hue or do you have a Philips
I've got the
TV?
Philips Hue with and then I've got the media box as well that can kind of flash around it. Yeah, it's
That's
yeah,
great.
a significant investment.
And that's cool. I want to do it. I just haven't done it yet. I've got a
Would
bunch of lights,
recommend.
haven't got the strips.
Would
Um,
recommend.
but then because this device has as a gaming device, the keyboard is designed to be anti-ghosting, so it's a lot more sensitive, and with the technology they use underneath it, it's not cheaped out, which is usually it's cheap technology that causes the ghosting in the first place. It's RTX, so you've got all the ray tracing and all the goodness that we also have been talking about when it comes to Xbox, all in a beautiful form factor and color. And Steve, the one other thing that I appreciate from this device is it's got great ports, but I like gaming PCs to have ports on the back.
Yes,
because
it's important, because the amount of stuff that you stick into it. Let's be realistic when we talk about gaming laptops. They're designed to be portable to a point. No one's expecting you to game no one's expecting you to game on most devices in a food court or something like that. Like, this is something that you take with you on holiday and you set up in your hotel room, or you set up in your Airbnb, and then you plug back in all of the stuff that you want to plug in. Like, I know that things are moving in different ways now. The Legion, I know ROG have done probably arguably my favorite devices when it comes to gaming devices, because they're thin, they're light, they're portable, and they are starting to kind of break that threshold of being able to game anywhere. But most gaming laptops are very cumbersome, very heavy, because of the amount of power that they've got in them. So they're not something that you expected to whip out your backpack in the middle of a park and start playing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like when you buy a dock, right? I'm really obsessed with my desk being clean. I've just got a monitor mount finally, so I don't even have my monitor sitting on my desk anymore. So having the cables hidden at the back is great. It is absolutely necessary to me when it comes to a gaming device. Because in reality, if I have a gaming laptop, it's probably just going to sit on my desk. It probably won't even come out with me unless I'm going to, have an old school LAN party at a mate's house.
An old school LAN party, my days. Back in the day.
Back in the day. But yeah, look for it coming to store, guys. I know a lot of you guys have already shouted out some of the greatness that is happening, from it being a great price, to a computer that can smoke and start vaping. It is it is an absolute beast.